Now everybody has their favorite recipe for bratwurst. The recipe we use, we got it from a street vendor in our hometown. She was an authentic German person with the accent and everything, and she taught us how to make an authentic German bratwurst. We're going to start out, now this is for two, just Mary and I. Start out with a nice bratwurst. If you can get one that you know what's in it, better. And we also have 4 slices of bacon, a bit of a red onion, kind of judge how much that is. I don't know, what is that, like a half a cup or so? A little pepper. This wasn't in the original recipe, but I like it in there. And about a cup of sauerkraut. Make sure the sauerkraut is well drained. You don't want a lot of moisture in this when you go to cook it. And yes, we are going to cook this. Okay, first thing, we're going to just slice up this bacon into chunks like this, about this size, and we'll get that frying. Then we just take the red onion and dice it up. You can use any kind of onion. I just like red because it adds a little bit more color to it. And we'll set these aside. Then we'll take our little sweet pepper. And you don't have to use this, but I think it adds a little extra to it. And we slice it up into some nice small portions. Now before we go any further, we need to take the bratwurst and we need to poke some holes in it. 3 holes per side with a fork. All right, that bacon is starting to cook up. Now we are going to start to prepare the bratwurst. We are going to put them in this pot. This is the first part of the cooking. Actually, this is where most of the cooking occurs. And to cook them, we are going to use a little malt beverage. So, a little beer for the bratwurst, a little beer for the cook, a little more for the bratwurst, a little more for the cook. There we go. Oh, a little bit for the bacon too. Now we're going to boil these bratwurst for, I don't know. Once they come to a full boil, about 15 minutes or so. Maybe a little bit longer. Make sure that they're cooked all the way through. Stir up that bacon. Look at bacon. Everything is good with bacon. I don't know how people can survive not eating bacon. All right, so we're going to put cover on our brats. This splatter cover on the bacon so it doesn't make a mess out of our stove. And then we're going to go chill for a few minutes. This is Wanderlust Overland.
Where the heck are we?
Well, this can't be right. That bacon is just about done. We don't want it burnt. I don't like burnt bacon. And, bratwurst are boiling. And those holes are allowing all that beer and all the beer goodness in those bratwurst. Look at those. I'll get out of the sunlight. Look at that. The bacon is all done. It's on a towel to soak up some of the grease. But speaking of grease, we have to drain this out. Do not waste bacon grease. This is nature's nectar right here. We always carry a small bottle with us, and we always save. In fact, we'll use a little bit of this later. Oh, look at that. Okay, anyways. Yep, those I'm gonna flip them once, make sure that they do get cooked all the way through, but they're looking good. Now, we're gonna start this fire up again on low. And that's already pretty hot. Make sure there's grease in it. Now this is why you always want to make sure that you get most of the moisture out of your sauerkraut, because if you were to put a lot of moisture in here, it'll just splatter all over the place. In fact, there's a little bit of moisture in here. I gotta drain this out. Sauerkraut goes in. Oh yeah. This little pepper, that goes in. Those onions, yep, they go in. We're gonna saute all that stuff. I don't like to go too long with it because I don't want to lose too much of the crispiness of the onions. Just get them sauteed up so they release their flavor, but they don't get soggy. I don't like soggy onions. Yeah, just let that sauerkraut kind of get that caramely color to it, I guess is what I'm wanting to say. So I'm going to take that off, put it over here. And the bratwurst are done boiling. So I'm going to turn them off, take them off the heat, put them down here on the ground, and let those cool a little bit. And when they cool, it'll suck some of that beer inside those little holes that we put in there. At least that's my theory. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds good. Now comes the second part of cooking the bratwurst. Now you could grill these on the fire, which is probably the preferred method. But we got to camp kind of late and we really are tired after a long day of wheeling. So we're just going to fry them. To do that, remember that bacon grease I told you never to throw out? Yep, we're going to fry them in bacon grease. How good is this going to be? So, nice hot skillet. Where's my thing? Here we go. Make sure that bacon grease is well distributed. And then we will come down here and get our brats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're spitting and sputtering. They were having a good time down there on the ground just resting. And now going into a hot oil like this, they're not liking it, but you know what? We'll put them out of their misery real soon. We'll get that little piggy down here in the oil. Our vehicle is not completely level, which it rarely is. So our bacon grease is getting down to one side. There we go. These are done. To serve them up, you can use whatever bun you want. You can even use a hot dog bun, hoagie bun, whatever. You can even toast them. That's kind of good. But you can see It's nice and brown on both sides. We put it on there. We take a little bit of the sauerkraut mixture, sauerkraut, onions, and the pepper. Put that on there. Take some of the bacon. We'll put that on the other side. It likes to live on this side. And I'm sure that it would be really happy with a happy little tree growing right there. And then, this isn't traditional, but it adds some color. A little bit of tomato on there. And you gotta have mustard. Gotta have mustard. Now you can use that spicy brown mustard, but I don't really like it. I think that that kind of mustard is generally used to cover up bad flavoring, but we got plenty of good flavoring on this. Never use ketchup, never. You can use barbecue sauce if you grill them, that's always nice. Get that nice glaze of barbecue sauce on them when you're grilling, but not ketchup. That's just wrong. But there you go.
Sometimes I sneak in ketchup.
Okay, Mary, this one's yours. Come and get it. We hope that you enjoy this recipe. To get more and all kinds of other stuff, subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit us on Facebook, Instagram. We have a lot coming up. You don't want to miss it. Subscribe now.
If this is your first time watching one of our videos and you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to ring the bell if you want to be notified.